Well, folks, the wait is almost over. In just about a month, on the 12th of February, Topps is going to drop to market the 2025 Series 1 baseball card set. This is a 350 card set featuring stars, rookies, rising stars, throwbacks to 1990, which was 35 years ago, believe it or not. This is actually the 75th year that Topps has produced baseball cards. They were founded in 1951. They produced their first cards in 1951. So this is the 75th year, but it's not actually 75 years of Topps, right? Like, you understand how all that works. At any rate, over the last 75 years, Topps designers have come up with some really iconic designs. This year, they're, again, harkening back to some of the previous years. Now, it's worth pointing out that for a long time, Topps designers were looking at what was 20 or 40 years old and using that as inspiration for what they were producing. With 2024, they broke the mold. 2024 Topps Baseball was really a much clearer sort of homage, pastiche, if you will, of 1986 Topps. And I'm going to show a couple of images here. You can see a lot of the really obvious parallels. They're breaking that mold again. So instead of looking back to 1985 Topps Baseball or 2005 Topps Baseball, Topps is taking a lot of clues from two other series that don't match up with that 20-year timeline. The first and most obvious is 1982. If you take a look here at this 1982 Lou Whitaker card, you'll see two vertical stripes, sort of a hockey stick motif there along the bottom, the team name in all caps and the player name in all caps. If you look at 2019, you'll see a little bit of that echoed, right? Like, we've got a curved stripe around the bottom corner of the card here on this Mookie Betts card. We have a team logo on the 2019 set. You didn't see that in 1982. Again, you've got the player name in all caps. 2019, they did a really weird thing where they had like the last name in all caps in big and the player's first name in little letters sort of in that colored stripe. If Topps is going to pay their designers big money, well, they should probably listen to what the designers have to say. Let's take a look at 2025's design and see what we have to say about it. Here's Aaron Judge. We saw him actually in an early release when they showed a copy of the hanger box. Topps released that, I guess, just a couple of days before they announced the full release. But here we've got that Aaron Judge image, and it's much clearer what's going on here. Again, we have two vertical stripes along the left-hand side. Clear nod to 1982 Topps. We've got the hockey stick design again. In this case, it's trailing away from the center of the card and trailing towards the edge instead of trailing into the center. I actually kind of like that. It makes it seem a little bit more like a road, like we're on kind of a journey. You'll also notice that the hockey stick parallel line design continues across the top of the card and then exits through the top. We saw that again a little bit with 2019. We have a team logo, again, another nod to 2019 and a lot of other previous years, of course, when Topps has dropped team logos on the cards. The thing that's getting a lot of people very unhappy is down here in the bottom right-hand corner. If I take a look at this Aaron Judge card, you'll see there's just sort of a layout of a baseball diamond and then a little white dot in center field. Well, Aaron Judge plays outfield, so that makes sense, but it adds a little bit too much busyness to the card, I think. Also, just from a critical standpoint, the use of hollow letters with just an outlined letter instead of a filled letter for the team name, it's not my jam. I'm not a big fan of that. I hope that they do that in a silver foil, or maybe for the gold mirror designs, they'll do it in a gold foil. But this outline design, it's a little distracting. Frankly, it's a little bit hard to read. Not everybody's going to have that same complaint, but whatever. If we take a look at one of the more common inserts that's been hanging around Topps since the 1980s, it's the Future Stars. Here's this Ellie De La Cruz. We see the same general model, right? You've got the two lines carrying on from the lower left-hand corner of the card. In this case, it's landscape, so they're a little bit longer, right? And then they travel across to the top of the card. You've got the player logo, and you have Future Stars in its sort of rainbow art, which is something that has been in existence for as long as Topps has been doing Future Stars, basically. I happen to really like it. Here's another example. This is a portrait instead of landscape, Pete Crow Armstrong. Same idea. Notice, let's go back to the Ellie. Notice we've got a little dot in shortstop because that's where he plays. And with the Pete Crow Armstrong, we've got a dot for him as well. Hobby Golden Boy Paul Skeens and his beautiful mustache pop up as well as one of the early release images. Again, we've got the two stripes. We've got a dot on the pitcher's mound because he's a pitcher. And again, the hollow letters. Again, this is not my thing. I'm not a fan of the hollow letters. I really, really hope that they find a way to fill those or that they go back and just scrap the entire print run and reprint it because it's not it's the weakest part of the card, in my opinion. Admittedly, people are kind of mixed on this, right? Like, I don't think a lot of people actually liked 1982 Topps. I thought it was a fine set, a little plain maybe. I think that the addition of more color on this one compared to 1982 does sort of make it a little punchier. I like the use of the team logo in addition to the team name. So, it's not for everybody, but I actually think it's a pretty good set. The insert set, the throwback insert set for this is going to be 1990 Topps, which if you take a look at it, here's the famous Griffey with the bloody scar. This is one of the most hideous sets that Topps has ever produced. I'm not a big fan of like 1994, 95, 96 Topps. I thought those were bad. But 1990 takes the cake as the yellow Fleer version of Topps' print runs for the last 75 years. So this is what the design is going to look like. Let's take a look at it compared to 2024. You can see 2024, very bold, bold design, lots of bright, sort of hard lines. I love the neon design on the 2024. 2025, gotta say, it's a pretty good set. I'm a fan. Not perfect. I've got my criticisms, but all other things being equal, it's a hell of a lot better than some of their worst ones. That's for sure. But let me know your thoughts. Drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Of course, if you haven't subscribed to this video or to this channel yet, please do so. I like subscribers. Subscribers make me happy. They make me feel validated, which is something that not a lot of people in my life actually do. So I depend on you. You help me. You're good friends. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you around.